Well, today we are coming to talk about our negative belief systems. Our negative belief systems have helped us to curate the life that we have today. And it's not just directed towards our negative belief systems, it's directed towards our belief systems, period. And you guys know that I am very adamant in teaching on the 10 dimensions of wellness. Okay. And all of the 10 dimensions of wellness help us to our life to see what it is. And those dimensions of wellness include our finances, our spirituality, our environment, our social paradigm, all of these things that help us make who we are. So today I'm coming to talk to you about beliefs that we may have in certain areas that do not benefit us. And I'm going to give you this information in a way that you will be able to see two different people I know. Okay? I'm going to tell you about these two different people I know and how things are working out for them or things are not working out for them. And you can kind of get what you get in the middle of this lesson. Whatever it is that you get from this information, I hope that it is very powerful for you and that you are able to use it to enhance your life. Man is maker of his own reality. He's maker of his own reality through his daily decisions, his daily thoughts, his daily actions, his daily rituals, and his daily perceptions. And so as we grow on this journey of life and become evolved people, we are able to expand ourselves by awakening the powers that are within us. And a lot of our powers haven't been discovered because we are naive, we are ignorant. And ignorance isn't bliss most of the time, especially when you are a grown ass adult. When you are a grown ass adult, it is your duty to seek the knowledge that you may be missing. Okay? When you are a child, you do things that a child does. And when you are an adult, you seek the knowledge that you need to become an adequate adult that can contribute to your own life and the life of the other people that are around you. And today we are focusing our conversation on our beliefs. And not just any beliefs. We want to talk about different subjects to see where we fit into this whole idea. And the ideas that we have, are they to our benefit or are they to our demise? Okay. So recently I had a few mini movies put together for us to absorb. And that's what I've been doing the last couple of days that I have not been live. Okay. So these movies, the voiceover on them, we're talking about our belief systems and we're talking about our beliefs about money. Okay. And it's not giving you any ideas of what to believe. It's asking you, what is it that you believe? So the thing about coaching that I really enjoy so much is that everybody gets to unravel their own journey. Everyone gets to determine what is right for their world, what's going to benefit them and what's not going to benefit them. And I think that this is amazing because as a coach, it allows me to grow as well. See, when my clients discover new things about themselves, it allows me to go inward and discover those same things within myself or check on myself within that subject. But today we are talking about our belief systems, specifically pertaining to the way we think about problems. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you about two different people I know, and I want you to take something from each person that I'm telling you about because there's always something to be learned. You can learn a world wealth of information from a bum. A person doesn't have to look a certain way or speak a certain way or be from a certain place in order for you to gain information. Those who are seekers, they will be able to absorb information one way or the other. He who has an ear, let him hear. If you are seeking the knowledge will come to you. So, one person that I know, the way that they think about problems is they believe problems happen to them. They believe everything is happening to them. The world is on their shoulders. They have this heavy load to carry, and things are always going bad for them. If you talk to them, it's always about gossip or what happened on reality TV. and what's going on in the world and what happened on the news. And they continue to believe that things happen to them. Oh, this happened to me. This happened to me. I got in this car accident. This happened to me. I lost my job. Why did you lose your job, girl? I lost my job because I had to beat this girl's butt because she was sleeping with my baby daddy. Oh, you mean the same baby daddy that doesn't take care of his kids, that doesn't pay child support, that hasn't come to see his kids in over 5 years? You got in a fight at your job and lost your job because of a man who does not care about you or the kids. Yeah, but she was saying that he'd be at her house and they'd be kicking and all of that. And I really got ticked off. I really got mad, so I lost my temper. I know I shouldn't have lost my temper, but I had to go ahead and bash her in the head. Okay, all right, all right. So now you're crying to me, wanting to borrow money to pay your bills because this thing happened to you, because you didn't have self-control. Okay, all right. Ladies, I'm so happy to announce that we have our own podcast. Yay! Your manifestation coach has a podcast now. Okay, so it's called God, and that stands for Greatness on Display. God, the Creator's Podcast. And we are on there regularly. We are pumping content out, and you should download us. We're on Spotify, we're on Amazon, and we're on Anchor. So go ahead and click the link in the description box below to follow us on our podcast. You can listen to us on the go as you're getting ready in the morning. We have powerful meditations and affirmations. Girl, it's lit. So this same individual she chooses to live her life in default. And I asked her, well, why do you do things like that? Well, tell me, how do you pay your bills? How do you structure your finances? Well, I just pay whatever I can here and I pay whatever I can there. I said, okay, so you know your rent is a certain amount of money. Do you knock the biggest bill out first? Well, no, I don't knock the biggest bill out first. I knock the most important thing out first, which is my phone bill, because girl, I need to be able to talk to people. Oh, okay. And why do you think you do these things? Why do you think that you prioritize your life in that manner? Well, because that's what my mom did. That's what my mom did, and she always made sure we had the flyest clothes and the nicest this and the nicest that, and all the other stuff came later. She said it will always get taken care of. It always happened later. So she chooses to live her life in default, and she's also a victim. It goes back to people are always attacking her. She is always in a defense mechanism. Things are always happening to her. She's not one to take blame and take credit for the things that she does in her life. She lives her life in lack. She never has enough. Well, no, girl, I can't go with you because I haven't got paid yet. We can't hang out this weekend. No, I'm not going to be able to go on the girls' trip because I just don't got it, girl. I just don't got it. It's always not enough. Oh, girl, I'm just calling to check on you to see how you doing. Well, honey, I sure wish you would come by and bring some shrimps. Oh, you don't have enough? You don't have enough? I can bring some. Well, honey, no, I don't have any. If you want to pick up some other groceries to bring in here, you can as well. Not having abundance of anything. She lives her life in lack. Not enough money, not enough food, not enough groceries, not enough energy. She always complains about not having sleep. She places limitations upon herself. And how does she place limitations upon herself? She uses words that aren't beneficial to any of us. Words like, I can't, I won't, it didn't, no. Girl, I can't go back to school because I don't have nobody to watch these kids. I can't leave this man because who's going to help me pay the rest of these bills? I can't go get my CDL because I don't have enough time. She continuously makes excuses for herself. And She has a good reason because she has people around her that support her excuses. I lost my job because of this. Okay, well, you knew you lost your job at the beginning of the month and all your bills were already taken care of, or at least the rent was taken care of. You told me you had enough money for that. So why did you wait until it was time to pay the rent the very next time in order for you to try to figure out a plan? Why were you chilling for 30 whole days when you knew that rent was going to have to be due? Who do you think is going to provide for you and your children? Who do you think is going to do this? People don't accept excuses. When the rent is not paid on the first of the month, you know what happens? You assess late fees and you cause yourself to put yourself in a worse situation than you already were. And then it makes it bad when this person has cheerleaders, not to pump her on to do better in life, but cheerleaders that are going to vouch for what happened. Yep, because when I got in a fight at my job because somebody did that to me, yep, girl. Well, what could you do? What could you do? You don't have no money. How you gonna be able to pay the rent? You don't have no money. How you gonna be able to put food in your refrigerator? Well, you're doing a good job. What? This person that I know, she complains about everything. It seems like nothing goes right in her world. When she gets in situations, she doesn't know how to handle contrast or problem or the things that come her way. She feels like she wants to die. Everything is very dramatic. Things are very dramatic for her. And she's not able to handle problems well. Everything is just like, oh, I'm stressed out. Oh, I'm depressed. Oh, this is not going right. Oh, this is not going well. It's just always taken all the way. Very dramatic about things and not in a positive way. She does not focus on the things that she thinks. She allows herself to do free ball thinking. And what free ball thinking is, she thinks whatever the hell she wants to think. She thinks whatever the hell she wants to think, whatever time she wants to think that. She says whatever the hell she wants to say, whenever the hell she wants to say it. She has no self-discipline. She has no discipline for herself. And sometimes she doesn't know. Sometimes I find that she is very naive. This person is very naive because if you call her out on these things, then she's willing to retract some of that energy that she's putting out. So a lot of times with these people, we have to chalk it up to them being naive or them being stubborn and just not willing to change whatever it is that's occurring in their life that's a mishap. This masterclass is brought to you by BetterHelp. I so enjoy BetterHelp. I use it on a monthly basis. And BetterHelp is an online therapy program that allows you to meet with a therapist as often as you like, and in the convenience of your own home or at work or on the bus or on the train or while you're traveling, anywhere, because you can access your therapist right on your telephone. That's right. They have ways that you can communicate with a therapist via messaging. You can do like a video chat as well as like a phone call chat with on the actual system. Let's be honest about it. You deserve to be happy. BetterHelp is the largest online platform that has thousands and thousands of therapists that are actually licensed and vetted just for you. So you're able to find someone who you flow with, who you get a good vibe from, who you feel that understands you and what you're going through. Just like a regular therapist, they will help you with anything that you're going through, like stress, depression, anxiety, relationships, trauma that you've experienced, or even grief, maybe the loss of someone. Therapy is not just for you when you're having issues. I totally recommend, even if you're not having any issues in your life, to seek therapy. That's actually the best time to do it so that you can maintain your great mental health. Speaking to someone who's not your friend or who's not around you on a daily basis and actually letting out how you feel. Look, I totally recommend BetterHelp. I use them for myself. I absolutely love my therapist and the relationship that we've built, and I look forward to our monthly meetings. If you feel like this would be something that you'd like to try out, click the link below in the description of this masterclass and sign up for BetterHelp and get happy. You deserve to be happy. So overall, this first person I know, she looks at problems as obstacles. She looks at problems as always being something that's in her way. Have you found any similarities in this first person I know? The first person I know, have you found that in your life, you feel like things happen to you? Have you found that in your life that you're living life by default, meaning whatever comes, it comes, and you handle it as it comes? The opposite of that would be planning out the things that you want to occur in your life. That would be the opposite of living your life by default. The opposite of thinking things are always happening to you is not thinking things are always happening to you. Not playing the victim. Have you found in your life that you tend to focus on your weaknesses? You point out your weaknesses that you're not able to, you don't have the ability, it's too hard, it's too harsh, it's a struggle. Do you find that you point out a lot of your weaknesses? Maybe you live your life in lack, which means there's never enough of anything. Like you're never satisfied with what you have because it's never enough. You're always needing more in order to be happy. Do you find yourself using negative words that are to your demise, like I can't, I won't, it doesn't, no? Words that are like guarding your heart, like you're always putting up a defense mechanism for these things? Do you find that you complain a lot or that you make a lot of excuses? When things happen to you, do you just want to curl up in a bed and die? Do you suffer from depression or stress? Those types of things? Do you find that you are naive? Like there's a lot of things that you don't know. There's a lot of things that you don't know on how to conduct yourself and how to be and how to carry yourself. Do you believe that things come in your life as obstacles? These are beliefs that most of us have had and still have today. These are beliefs that some of us have had and we still have today. It's time for us to change those beliefs because there is another way. My question to you would be, how are all these negative beliefs working out for you? They don't feel good. It doesn't feel good to play victim. Trust me, it feels good to claim your shit. It feels better to claim your shit. You remember on the movie Life, all the men, they said, I'm the pappy. I'm that baby daddy. It feels better to claim your shit. Even if you can't see where you are the one that's wrong. If it's happening in your life, if it's affecting you, then you brought it in. You welcomed it in. So the reality of it is, whether you find where you're the fault or not, it's your fault. Whether you think that it's your fault for losing your job, for having to fight somebody from talking about your baby daddy or not, you lost your job. They didn't take your job away from you. Your actions cause certain reactions. And that reaction was to terminate you from employment. You did that. Look at your life right now. How do you live? Let's go on a journey. And on this journey right now, I want you to think about your situation, and we'll go into greater detail about this. But right now, I just want you to think about the physical things that you have in your life. Let's think about how you make your money and how much money is in your bank account. Some of us know, some of us don't know. That's a problem. You should know how much money you have in your bank account. You should be smart and wise enough. Just because you have money in your bank account, that doesn't mean you have to spend it. You should know you are a grown ass woman or man. You should know how much money you have in your bank account. Depending on how much you have in your bank account, you should feel successful or unsuccessful because of the amount of money in your bank account. See, the beliefs that we all have, what I'm getting at is the situation in which we're living right now are because of our beliefs. The situations that we are living right now is a result of our belief systems. Now, it could just be one thing that's throwing the whole picture off, that's making us be or causing us to be in the situation that we're in. There's this young lady that I talked to, and she's one of my clients. Very beautiful young lady, very smart, very intelligent, very ambitious. But she found herself living in a situation that wasn't who she is or how she was raised or what her expectations were of life. And it kind of affected her whole entire world because our environments are everything. Where we are in every dimension of our life is our environment. It pertains to our environment. So she said that she was willing to be in the particular environment because she loved the man that she was with at the time. And that man could only afford that environment. And he was the breadwinner of the home. And he called the shots. And so if she was to be with that man, she had to accept what it is that he offered. And she said, Coach, I just couldn't take it no more because the life that he was providing for me was not up to my standards. It was not up to what I feel that I should accept in my life. And so she packed up her things and took her family on to live, in an area and live the life that she was used to living. And everything fell into place for her. She said she felt so free. She felt so connected. She teamed up with the right people. She was able to flourish. She got her business going. She was able to develop her products, develop her mindset, obtain coaching from me, and things just took off for her from there. She was being smothered by the environment that she was forced to be in. The life that we are currently living is the life that we have created for ourselves. And sometimes it only takes one small adjustment to get things back in alignment so that we are living the perfect life for us. Sometimes it only takes one shift for us to put things back in accordance so that we're living the perfect version of life for us. Let me tell you about this other young lady that I know. This other young lady that I know, she has a totally different perspective on most things. She has problems just like everyone else. Probably the same identical problems. But she has a different way of looking at these problems. She believes that things happen for her. So our conversations are a little different. The conversations that she and I have are very progressive. She, for the most part, is a solution-oriented person. And this means that she says, oh, yeah, this happened for me. I was able to experience this, or I got the privilege to experience this. These things are happening for me. And it's so exciting because I get to make choices. I get to choose and be choosy of what I want. No, I didn't deliberately call this negative thing into my world, or at least I don't think that I did in this way. Or if I did, I definitely didn't want it to happen in this way. But since it did, this is what it's allowing me to do. These are the steps that I have come up with in order to solve this issue that I'm having. And it's such a privilege to have this issue that I'm having because obviously it's going to force me to grow. This young lady is a deliberate creator. And what that means is she has plans for her life. She knows exactly where she wants her life to go. She has a vision. It is vivid, and she has a plan to execute. And that is the way that she lives her life, by executing that plan on a regular basis in order to obtain the things that she desires. This young lady doesn't play victim. She's very proud of the experiences that she has going on in her life. She takes credit for the things that she does wrong, and she tries to be open to understand other people's perspectives. She values herself. She places herself first, most of all. She does focus on strategy. She's a strategist. She knows that there are 100 ways to skin a cat, and she tries to see as many of those ways that she possibly can, and she plays those strategies out so that she can see what the outcome could possibly be. She sets herself up for greatness while doing this. She is a strategist. Instead, of thinking of things from a lack perspective, from, oh, I don't have enough, or there's not enough to go around, she thinks of things from an abundance perspective. She always has enough. As an example, when she goes grocery shopping, she doesn't pick up 1 or 2 loaves of bread. She knows that bread is an essential part of the lifestyle that she lives, so she makes sure she gets enough bread to last for however long. When she goes to purchase clothes powder or sanitary napkins or toilet paper, she makes sure that she gets enough. So if someone comes to knock on her door and say, "Hey, can I have a roll of toilet paper?" She has an abundance. She has more than enough. She doesn't run out of those things because she knows for the rest of her life she's going to have to wipe her behind. For the rest of her life, she is going to need sanitary napkins. For the rest of her life, she's going to need these essential things. So in order to elevate her, she makes sure that she always has more than enough. She doesn't use words like negative words. She only uses progressive words like I can, I will, I am, progressive words to make her feel good. She cares about her feelings. She knows that her tongue can either speak death on her situation or it can speak life on her situation. This young lady is a solution-oriented individual. When she has a problem, she doesn't dwell on the problem because she knows that the problem is really an illusion for her to get a certain point, for her to learn something special, for her to be able to say, okay, I understand this one particular thing. I might not understand everything, but because I experienced this in my life, I now understand this and I do not have to experience this again. So she is a solution-oriented person. What good is it to you to continue to talk about your problems? Continue to talk about how that lady did you or how that man messed your life up by leaving you and your children. What good is it going to do? You have a problem in front of you, write out some possible solutions and get it going in that direction. She doesn't dwell on problems. She does not complain. She compliments. She doesn't complain about what doesn't go right, what hasn't gone right, or any of that. She compliments her situation. She knows that she is in some deep doo-doo, but she says, you know what? This is how I'm going to choose to live my life. I'm going to share my story. I'm going to allow my story to be a testimony, my testimony. I'm going to talk to other women about this. I'm going to compliment myself. I'm going to tell myself today, oh, you're looking beautiful. You're looking good. Hold your head up. And no, just stating positive affirmations to herself. She's going to compliment herself. She's not going to point out, oh, you're stupid. Oh, you're dumb. You should have not gotten back with him. He is no good. You're always doing stupid stuff. You're always ruining good situations. She's not going to talk down on herself. It's called negative self-talk. She is going to compliment herself. If only by saying little things like, you're getting better. You're improving yourself. You're becoming wiser. I know you might have fallen off the bandwagon and it might not be all good, but you are holding yourself strong and you've learned from this. You won't go down that road again. You'll think highly of yourself. You're going to love yourself a little bit more. You're going to love yourself a little bit deeper this time. She compliments herself. She doesn't beat up on herself. This is a very grateful young lady. She shows gratitude to herself and it projects through her pores. She is grateful to be in the situations that she's in because one, she knows that these situations are allowing her to grow. They're forcing her to grow. And the alternative to being in these situations is being buried, 6 feet under? See, she understands that in life we are all going to have problems every single day. What would life be without the problems? There are rich folk out here who have all the money in the world and they commit suicide every single day. Money isn't the answer to everything. Growth and expansion and evolution is the answer to everything. In order to grow, you got to go through something in order to grow through something. So it just depends on how we look at our problems. Today, we're having a discussion about how two separate people that I know are looking at problems totally different. So she's grateful to be in situations that she's in, to experience them, because the alternative is being dead. She'd rather be here than be dead. Heaven is right here on earth if you make it. If your perception is that this is heaven and you make it do what it do, then that's what it is. Why you want to wait to die, to go to some place that you don't even really know what it is? What's going to happen just because they promised that to you? I think I'd rather make heaven right here on earth. She knows that her thoughts create things. She knows that if she continued to think about bull crap, she's going to continue to feel negative energy and is going to continue to force her to feel like crap. So she adopts positive thoughts. She encourages herself. She loves herself a little bit more. She knows that the thoughts that she has promote the lifestyle that she has. She knows that selecting particular thoughts will influence the mood that she has. She understands that if she continues to beat up on herself, she's going to continue to feel like crap. Period. She knows that she isn't perfect. She knows this, but she gives herself a pass. And last but not least, regarding problems, she doesn't look at problems as an obstacle. She looked at her problems as an opportunity to create different decisions for herself, different thoughts for herself, opportunities to go through something so she can grow through something. She sees these problems as privileges. It's going to make her stronger. Now, these are two different people that I know. These are two different clients that I have. And one client has a long way to go because she has not yet shifted her mindset. One client has a long way to go because she is still growing. From the Diary of a Multimillionaire Institute is now accepting applications. Go ahead and enroll in our business as well as personal development school today. We focus on manifesting or helping you to manifest the life of your dreams. Open enrollment starting today. The point of this is that we're all on a journey. It is up to us to look at the cup as half empty or half full. And the belief patterns that you have are offering you the life that you have today. So, as we go through this journey and I bring you guys different pieces of material, I want you to think about today. I want you to think about which young lady do you favor the most? We all have a little bit of each of these young ladies in us. But if you continue to do the same thing, expecting different results, that's just crazy. I know problems aren't the best thing in the world to consider, but one thing that I've realized is, in my life, is how you step up to the plate. It's how you show up, how you do anything, is how you do everything. If you're going to carry yourself through these problems that you're experiencing, acting and feeling and looking broke, busted, and disgusted, then you have no integrity for yourself. We all know that going through the divorces, it isn't fun. We all know that trying to get your kids back from CPS isn't fun. We all know that getting evicted or experiencing foreclosure isn't fun. These are the most defeating, most challenging circumstances that we could face as human beings. They would make you want to end things. But how you sit up, the charisma that you have, how you conduct yourself, how you do anything is how you do everything. Clean yourself up. Have some integrity. Be solution-oriented. Look at the cup as half full. Be deliberate. Create a plan. Adopt positive mindset. Adopt positive thinking. It's up to you how you carry yourself when you're going through. But if you carry yourself high and you have some dignity, when you come out on the other end, you're going to be able to dust your shoulders off and say, I did that. Honey, I did that. So I just want to offer you this information today as this live coaching call, just to tell you that it's up to us to really dissect the way our beliefs towards every single thing in our lives. Okay, there will be further content published on this channel about how we think about money, how we think about our sexuality, how we think about our environment, and all of these things. This conversation is meant to be thought-provoking and to make you say, I got something going on in my life right now, and I've been thinking about it kind of effed up. Let me adopt some of this newness. Let me dust my shoulders off and get it right. Because we all go through. It's just how you go through. What are your beliefs about problems? I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. I love you guys. Remember, I'm your coach, your manifestation coach, Kiana Divine. Click the link in my bio, and you can schedule a consultation with me. If you are needing someone to hold your hand and be your accountability partner while you are creating the life that you desire, I'm here for you. Click the link in the description box below to enroll in my $1 Million Excuses, how to profit from your problems. Yes, we're having a lot of fun in this course, so I can't wait for you to join. I am your manifestation coach, Kiana Divine, and I'll see you in the course.